So, Doc, what do you make of that one?
That was called a win, really. It was a grind out. We didn't have our stuff. We didn't do a lot of things right. A lot of things didn't go our way. And we just hung in there and won the game. That's what that was.
And what was your point of view on James's flagrant?
I didn't think any of them were anything, but they called them. And, listen, I told our guys, you could see it early on. There's a lot of extracurricular activity going on our way. But you're up 2-0. What do you expect? And we got to play through it. We got to knock out the distractions. And I thought we, in the second half, kind of did that. But it's a good lesson for us because there were so many guys struggling and to me, getting inside themselves instead of just grind, just hang around. That's all I keep saying, just hang around. Get out of your heads. I use the whole timeout telling me, get out of our heads. And I thought we did that down the stretch, executed down the stretch, got great shots, moved the ball, play right.
What do you think of the way Tyrese was able to come up for you down the stretch?
Oh, it's huge.
I don't think he scored until 3 minutes ago in the fourth.
Yeah, he was one of them. I thought, honestly, all of them, just whatever, the game wasn't going right, and a lot of guys got in their heads, and he's in that group. But he's a tough kid. He hung in there. We drew up the play for him with Joel coming out the timeout, and he wanted that shot. He wanted that shot, and that was great to see.
How much do you think P.J. Tucker had an impact on the end of that game?
P.J. Tucker won the game for us. He did. He kept everything alive. He rebounded. He defended. I lost my mind with him today because he's in the locker room. He had some kind of neck thing. And 3 different times I'm yelling for P.J. There was no P.J. No Joel for a stretch. We got guys in the back. But he was great. I mean, it's amazing how, we focus so much on scoring. And obviously, P.J.'s going to keep taking those shots, and he's going to have games where he makes them, and he's going to have games where he doesn't. And we keep telling him we don't care. Just keep shooting them and keep playing. And that's just a great example. A guy that doesn't score, how much of an impact he can have on your team. He was huge. He was the toughest guy on the floor tonight. He really was.
What do you think of Joel tonight? What do you think about Joel tonight?
I didn't think any of us played well tonight. I think we won the game. And that's why it's a we. And that's what I told him after the game. This wasn't a team win. There's no such thing. Because there's really no one other than PJ, in my opinion, that really had a really good basketball game for us. But what we didn't do is go away. We could have easily gone away from this game, and we didn't do that. And to me, that says a lot about the character of this team.
After James was out, DeAnthony stepped in a bigger way than anyone might have expected. What do you think of his poise?
I'm always good when DeAnthony comes on the floor. I just really am. He just makes plays. It's the damnedest thing. There's certain people in the league that if there's a loose ball, he's always around it somehow. I mean, it just works out that way for him. We were laughing because he dunked the ball, which I thought was the right play, and then he asked me, should I have dunked? And I said, yeah, it puts us up 5. I think they were struggling with their math at that point. But, my God, Joel was like, don't. I'm like, are you kidding me? You're up 5. What are you thinking about? So, anyway, that was a funny thing for us. Even after the game, they're still talking about it, which I was even more amazed. But he's just a solid player for us.
Coach, Game 3 is on the road. When you're up 2-0, you kind of mentioned the human nature part of it. Is there anything you learn about your team when you come out and make
Yeah, there's things. I mean, obviously, composure is one of them. Play through the clutter. I thought we struggled with it early. But after that, I thought we were good.
After the incident in the first quarter, were you concerned at all that you were going to lose Joel?
I never looked up. I swear to God, I didn't want to look up. I to this point, I've yet to see it. The game was not going well, and so I'm not superstitious, but I swear if you are, I never looked up. I hadn't seen it yet because I thought the way this thing is going, anything can happen.
After those tempers flared, what do you say to him and to the team?
Just keep our head. I kept saying that to our guys, because that's what they're going to do, and you have to play through it, I don't like it, guys do things, and then if you react, you get the penalty.
Doc,
Draymond Green.
Doc, after what happened with Draymond and Joel and Claxton and Harden, do you feel like you know what an ejection is? What figure two is like? Do you have?
No, I have no idea what an ejection two is. I was surprised by James, but it is, listen, they looked at it, they made the call. You just have to live with it. The officials are trying to get it right too. They have those 3+ people in Secaucus, and they saw enough. I haven't really seen it. That one, that was the one. Maybe I shouldn't have looked. That was the one I looked up at, and I didn't think. I told Tony, come on. I was surprised by it, but it is what it is, and clearly they saw enough. They have 1,000 angles that we don't have, so you just got to live with it.
What was different about James getting to the rim today, where he had a lot more success in the first?
Space. We did a great job early on of creating space for him and him attacking. I also thought he did it quicker. Low clock is easy to help, but he did it. If you look at those early ones, there were 18, 17 seconds on the clock. When he goes down the hill now, and if you help, he can pass. So I thought that's a good thing for us that we've seen that now.
Doc, I came in a little late. I heard you talking about this game, but you played in the 80s and the 90s when it was rough. Have you ever been a part of a game like this? I mean, with the ejections and
yeah. I played for the Knicks. Go watch Phoenix Knicks.
But there was 2 people ejected at different times. And
there were 7 people ejected. And I was one of them. I don't know why they threw me out to this day, but anyway, I'm not over that one. No, but it was. And listen, the game was mucky. It just was. And it was a hard game to officiate.
Doc, the last couple of games have both been defensive slugfest.
Yeah.
How did you feel about how you guys played on defense?
I loved it overall. I thought early on, in the beginning of the third, we were horrible defensively. That was the one stretch. But I thought switching back and forth to zone out of timeouts was really effective for us tonight again. I thought our switching was good. But there's still things we can improve on. I can't wait to see the tape to see what they are. But we lost their shooters way too many times.
Coach, what do you say to keep your team composed?
Well, if this doesn't teach you, come on, this has to be a teacher for us, really, and it should be. But again, we have to win in different ways, and that's one of the things this team does. We win high-scoring games. We win low-scoring slugfests. That says a lot about our team.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Coach.